You've worked hard throughout the week, either at school or your job or whatever you do with your Monday through Friday, and you know it's time to get ready to relax because it's TGIF. Thank goodness it's Fusion, and it's special because it's Memorial Day weekend. That means the 3-day weekend. We gotta set it off right with Fusion. Boom, crash. So this first track, it's called Neo by Maxixi, Maxixi, whatever. It's got XIXI. That's a great name. Anyway, it's a really good training track, and let me explain. Sometimes you play trials, you hit this point where you don't know what to do with like bunny hops and like hill climbs and avoiding holes and doing these big jumps and things of that nature. This track lets you practice all that without having to actually have all the stress and annoyance of going to like a harder extreme track to try to find a point to where you can practice. Now I know it doesn't look like it because it's a solid ground, but at certain points the track goes to just steel bars, like look right there. And at those points, if you aim to avoid it, it is a perfect training course with no consequences. So you can just practice your jumps, practice your landings, practice your mid-air braking to get the bike oriented right, and do all these things you need to do. That way you can start nailing these tougher stunts and start hitting the harder and extreme tracks. Because, let's face it, that's what Trials is all about. Getting to those hard and extremes, because why not? Not much else to do. I mean, besides that, I really like the track. I know I'm not usually a fan of like these minimalist tracks with nothing in the foreground or background and just things to drive on, but this one just, I don't know, something about it. It just does it well. I guess maybe it's the blues, maybe it's just like the little bit of pipe in the background there that makes you think, oh, it's just a floating stunt track. I don't know. But I really like the track. I like that you can finally have something to practice with. Look at that hill climb. Whoa, going up. Getting stuck. Even at 38 faults, I still enjoyed this track enough to show it. That's how much I think I went back and played it a couple more times. Didn't record it. So I probably have better numbers now, but whatever. This shows that I also have troubles with things sometimes too. So now that you have mastered the basics, it's time to step it up a little bit. And what better way to step it up than with Hoppin' Rabbit by ASFI311 or 3LL or 3I. I don't know. Look for Hopping Rabbit on the marketplace or Track Central. My apologies. You'll probably be able to find it. And this is pretty much a good hard track in a nutshell. This is everything a hard track is without all the benefits of having something nice to look at. Look at that recovery. It's perfect. So this is a great place to really practice bunny hops. Getting from platform to platform, avoiding weird angles and all that stuff. I mean, you train for this on the on Neo, so it's time to just put it all into effect. Just bring it all together. And well, some of the stunts are pretty hard. Like look at 40 faults. I'm barely a little over halfway through the track, so 57 faults. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I cut out that many mistakes. So it's a solid track, perfect for training. It's ugly as hell, but it serves its purpose. So get in there, finish the track. Not quite. Finish the track, and maybe after these you feel a bit more confident and ready to tackle some hards and extremes. Next up, we got Rooftop Rumble by DarkSourcelove. This is a really good track. It just shows everything that I really love. A foreground, a background, a flowing theme, switches. I love when a track has switches. It's such a rare thing. Moving parts. And the stunts are, like, I don't know, I think this was a hard. It's an okay hard. Some things get you every now and then. But man, this guy's a really good track rater. I went and downloaded a couple of his tracks. They're really fun. And look at the background. Watch the rumble. The M and the B pop off. That little attention to detail I really appreciate and respect because not a lot of people do it. And this little hell loops, while it's really annoying, is also a lot of fun and it looks really neat. Man, DarkSourcelove, you know what's up. Although it is a little difficult to kind of assume where to go when you're just surrounded by loops. So I love it and also I hate it at the same time. Take that as you will. We're near the end of the track. Suddenly I'm at 33 faults. This jump gave me a little bit of trouble because, you know, that's things like that. Not going fast enough, trying to flip through. There we go. Just gotta pop over that last barrel, get that high speed. Boom! Big finish. So, speaking of DarkSourcelove, he also made this one, TroubleTown. And this is a nice technical track. It's full of weird bunny hops like this, weird inclines on hills, and one part I don't want to spoil because I really liked it enough that I went back into this track a couple times. In fact, I went back and did a bunch of time on the Phoenix, and then I decided, you know what? I want to rabbit this because given the choice, I always like to go with the rabbit. I don't know what it is. I like the grip. I like the way it handles. I like its, well, I wish it'd go faster, but I like the speed it can reach. And it's my personal favorite bike. Now here's where things start to get fun. This part, not that big of a deal. Going up this little incline, not that big a deal as well. These balls, if you watch the faults, you'll see they gave me a bit of shit. And this isn't my first time on this track. These balls are just mean. They're just mean-spirited. But it's a lot of fun. And I don't know if it's just something that's hard to do or something just certain creators can't get, but making the track fun is sometimes put on the sidelines. And we're getting to the point I really like. Oh, look at this recovery. These are a guilty pleasure. When you go over them, they make their own each unique note going up an octave as you go. And then you get a funny little sound you're done, and then it's just the rest of the track. I like doing those. I went like on one of my playthroughs with the Phoenix. Oh man, not the Phoenix, man. I'm thinking of fucking the wrong trials. With the I can't remember what it's called. With the stunt bike, I went through and just did that over and over again because it's a fun little challenge. But then you got hill climbs like this. Come on, pop it up. To another hill climb. So it's fun technical things, not super hard. Great track. What track did I give my track of the week this week? I would say this one, but I don't know. The first one, why not? Because I like the first one. What was it, Neo? Something about it. It just sticks out in my mind. And that's the end of this track. So, until next week, guys, keep on playing Trials.